If you've been watching my channel for a while now, shout out to the three of you who've been doing that, you may have noticed that I have rather a sizable flag collection. They do pop up in certain videos from time to time. This is perhaps the oldest flag design I have in my collection. It is often known as the Viking Raven Banner, also sometimes called in Old Norse the Hrafnsmerki. I assume I got that right. As many are aware, ravens are quite significant to the Viking culture, both in their mythology and their symbolism. We have the story of the chief of the North Pantheon, Olvin, sending out his pet ravens, Hugin and Munin, to spy out the world and bring back reports of all that was going on. And we also have the symbolism of ravens associated with battle. The first account of Vikings using a raven banner actually comes from the year 878, where the Anglo-Saxon Chronicle reports the invasion of England by the sons of Ragnar Lothbrok. In the winter of the same year, the brother of Ivar and Halfdan landed in Devonshire, Wessex, with 23 ships, and he was killed there, along with 800 other people and 40 of his soldiers. The war banner, which they called Raven, was also taken. The Raven banner was also believed to be a bit of an oracle. It is said that 3 sisters of Ivar and Uber had woven that banner and gotten it ready during one single midday's time. Further, it is said that if they were going to win a battle in which they followed that signum, there was to be seen in the center of the signum a raven gaily flapping its wings. But if they were going to be defeated, the raven dropped motionless, and this always proved true. When the Norse conquered the Orkney Islands, they brought the raven banner with them. The sagas tell us of just such a flag being carried by Jarl Sigurd, who ruled the Orkneys but also took part in the Viking invasion of Ireland in 1014. At the Battle of Clontarf, Jarl Sigurd saw all of his men who bore the banner get killed, leading to a belief among his men that there was a curse on the flag. In order to encourage his men, Jarl Sigurd took up the flag, only to immediately get killed himself. One of the strangest accounts of this flag comes from the year 1016. Canute the Great, King of England, Denmark, and Norway, is said to have carried the flag at the Battle of Ashington. In peacetime, the flag is said to have been nothing more than a plain white sheet of fabric with no device or symbol upon it of any kind. However, when war began, the figure of a raven would be seen appearing on the flag by itself. Though there has been some speculation that this flag might have been the infamous Landwaster banner carried by Harald Hardrada, King of Norway, at the Battle of Stamford Bridge in 1066, there's no contemporary depiction or description that show this flag with a raven on it. In fact, we don't really know what that flag looked like, so there's no real reason to think that this is it. However, the Battle of Stamford Bridge did signify pretty much the end of the Viking era. Nordic invasions of Europe pretty much slacked off at that point. So what about the design of the flag? Well, this specific raven pattern is based on a similar motif seen on a coin minted in the 10th century by King Olaf Guthfridsson, who ruled the settlement of Jorvik, which later became the English city of York. What's interesting to note is that while on one side the coin displays the symbol of a raven, which may have had pagan connotations, the flip side of the coin actually displays a cross, which is pretty indicative of the mixed cultural influences at the time. King Olaf was actually ruling over a mixed society of Anglo-Saxon Christians as well as Norse Christians, and then of course Norse pagans. So it made sense to have a coin that incorporated symbology from both cultures. What's also interesting is that the coiner who minted this coin is named Aethelfert, a Saxon name. So we have a Saxon coiner working for a Norse king. There's actually another coin from York minted during the same time period that shows one of these flags actually with a cross on it. It's sometimes mistaken as the raven banner penny. If you kind of squint, the shape looks a little bit like a raven, but it is a cross, and it is from a period where a lot of Christian emblems were entering Norse culture. And yes, this flag does have a bit of a history with being appropriated by various racist and fascist groups, and that's nothing new really. It actually goes back to the 1930s with the Norwegian Collaborationist Party flying raven banners. But it fortunately does have a healthy life outside of those contexts. Today, the Norwegian military uses this flag, and really it's just a fun symbol for anybody who's interested in exploring their Norse heritage or just reenacting the Viking period, or just likes history in general. I myself am part Danish, and I'm interested in history. So that's why I got this flag. All right, so that's it for this one. Still got quite a few to go now, but yeah, please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And thank you for watching the Mad Poet himself.